What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about the top 5 short squeeze stocks that you need to add to your watch list for this upcoming week. So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with some data points. Monday is going to be more of a technical driven day. But aside from that, there's a lot of Fed speakers throughout the week and a lot of data points that could cause some volatility, including on Tuesday, Jolt. Jolt job openings forecast right now is 7.69. And then moving on to Wednesday, you have FOMC minutes, ADP employment change on Wednesday. Thursday, you have the typical stuff. So initial jobless claims, a couple Fed speakers like I kind of stated. And then Friday, you have non-farm payroll and unemployment. So a lot of opportunity to cause the market to move to the next leg up or potentially just cause some volatility. But regardless, volatility and heavily shorted stocks kind of works for a very good scenario. So again, just kind of keep that in mind. Getting right to it, stock number 5 is QSI, sitting at $4.29. On Friday, it did go up slightly, 0.7. Over the last 1 year, it is up 126.98%, and over the last 1 month, it is up 281%. So this wasn't on my last report, but the previous one it was, and it's done absolutely phenomenal since then. There's a lot of good information here, just in case you are curious. Don't necessarily go over all of that, but this is also the company profile. So if you're curious about that, feel free to kind of pause it and go through it. But we are here because of this. So in case you are new to the channel, I don't just pick the most heavily shorted stocks. It is a combination of a high short score, high DTC, good stock performance leading up to that, so that all of that is a very kind of a perfect storm for a squeeze. So I much would rather have this type of scenario play out rather than just picking the most heavily shorted stocks. And for those of you that have been following the channel, this is a good scenario. But regardless, short score 72.98. The higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening. Utilization 84.27. There's a lot of other good information up top here that I won't go over. So again, you can kind of pause it and read through it. But 17.82% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 19.03 million shares. Cost per average 17.38. This information I'm not necessarily going to go over, but this is the change from Friday. So for instance, on Friday, shorts returned 205,000, but you can kind of see shorts have been really doubling down. So there is a battle. Essentially, the stock price keeps going up and up. Like I said, 200+% over the last 1 month, but shorts are hell-bent on trying to suppress it. So this could work for a very epic squeeze. So definitely add that to your watch list. A couple additional things through IBKR does indicate around 650,000 shares is available to be shorted. And the reason why I bring that up is in some cases, if there is some stocks that have limited supply, usually that will have some corresponding buying from big money as they like to buy it just to lend out. Very profitable business. BlackRock has a whole segment just dedicated to that. So a lot of big money does that. But cost to borrow through IBKR 15.81. Long story short, this is stock number 5. Moving on to stock number 4, you do have ticker LIDR sitting at $2.03, up 14.69% on Friday. Over the last 1 year, pretty flat, so up 0.5%, but over the last 1 month, up 97.09. So definitely riding the good wave of momentum. This is the company profile, so electronic equipment and instruments, 60 employees, based out of Dublin, California, but short score 74.56, utilization 66.32, 21.36% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 1.71 million shares. Cost to borrow average 25.72. Side note, that is an annual rate, that's not a daily rate. And if you ever have any questions about anything I talk about, feel free to drop a comment. I know I kind of go through stuff relatively fast, but 350,000 shares is available to be shorted through IBKR. And in this case, shorts have started to really kind of play around a little bit more with this stock. So you can kind of see it, they recently had a spike to 35% short interest. That was on December the 31st. So regardless, this is stock number 4. Moving on to stock number 3, ticker STEM, sitting at $1.22, did go up 57% alone on Friday. Over the last 1 year, though, it is down 64.94, and over the last 1 month, up 212%. So similarly, riding the good wave of momentum. This is the company profile, so electrical components and equipment, based out of good old San Francisco. But 80.33% is that short score. Whoever is shorting this company definitely has deep pockets, because you can kind of tell based on this right here, shorts have been just holding strong. And so even though the stock price has been running very much recently, shorts seem to be very unfazed by that. So again, kind of insinuating that whoever is shorting them has some pretty deep pockets. But 23.38% of the free floats being shorted works out to be 36.45 million shares. Cost to borrow average 24.93, and then through IBKR does indicate around 850,000 shares is available to be shorted. So this is stock number 3. Definitely add this one to your watch list. Moving on to stock number 2, ticker PGEN, sitting at $1.20, did go up 11% on Friday. Over the last 1 year, though, it is down 7%, but over the last 1 month, it is up 34%. So starting to gain some good momentum. So this is one of those ones that could be eventually, in the foreseeable future, one of those stocks that is up 100 something plus percent. It's just in the early stages, so even kind of take note of that. But this is a company profile, biotech, 202 employees, founded in 1998. But 81.52% is that short score, utilization 52.7, 13.93% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 19.36 million shares overall being shorted. Cost per average 1.09%, and then through IBKR does indicate around 800,000 shares is available to be shorted. So far all the stocks have good amount of available shares, so that does mean that you won't see any kind of buying as a byproduct of that. But regardless, stock number 1 to add to your watch list for this upcoming week, very popular one, that is ticker GRRR, so Gorilla Technology, sitting at $23.52, did go down slightly on Friday, down 3.3%. Over the last 1 year, it is up 335%. Over the last 1 month, up 245. So this one definitely is a very popular one among retail. This is a company profile, so application software, 142 employees, based out of London, UK. But 83.3% is at short score, utilization 76.84, 21.46% of the free floats being shorted. And same goes for, I think it was the stock number 4. This stock, like, there's a little bit of a battle. Clearly, shorts are hell-bent on and determined to not admit defeat. And so the stock price is just going up, and so is the short interest. So you are seeing a little bit of a battle. So potentially this could end very, very negatively for the shorts. And like I said, there is a lot of good data points coming out to really push a lot of the stocks across the board to the next leg up. So again, that would really put shorts in a very, very difficult scenario, but also it is on the threshold list, and it has been on the threshold list since December the 26th. So whenever a stock is on that list for 13 consecutive trading days, this is where the SEC should be interjecting and going after the market makers and getting them to rectify it. So that should be this upcoming tail end of this week, again, if it is still on that list. So shorts have a little bit more of a deadline as well for them to kind of return some shares. So again, this is stock number 1 through IBKR. There is roughly around 6,000 shares available. So I kind of spoke too early, prematurely. So this stock is somewhat limited supply, so you could see some buying just to lend out some shares, especially the cost to borrow. Very, very juicy, very high. I'm sure BlackRock is all over this company, buying it up just to lend it out, because yeah, who's going to say no to that? They definitely won't. So yeah, this is the top 5 that you need to add to your watch list for this upcoming week. Let me know if there's any other stocks that you feel are potential squeeze plays, and If so, drop some tickers in the description below. Couple things I do want to share with you. I have a Discord, so you can kind of join my Discord, completely free chat. I have a couple of requests, so if you ever want to know what short interest on a stock is, just you can put on a request and I can give you all this information and whatever else. But if you're looking for buy signals, you can pop over to my Patreon. I give buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. Many of them have been absolute bangers, so definitely pop over there and take a look. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching, and hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far.